Whatever happened to the next big things? In tech, this was the smartphone decade. In 2009, Symbian was still the dominant smartphone OS, but 2010 saw the launch of the iPhone 4, the Samsung Galaxy S, and the Nexus One, and today Android and iOS boast 4 billion combined active devices. Smartphones and their apps are a mature market now, not a disruptive new platform. So what's next? The question presupposes that something has to be next, that this is a law of nature. It's easy to see why it might seem that way. Over the last 30+ years we've lived through 3 massive, overlapping, world-changing technology platform shifts: computers, the internet, and smartphones. It seems inevitable that a 4th must be on the horizon. There have certainly been no shortage of nominees over the last few years. AR/VR, blockchains, chatbots, the Internet of Things, drones, self-driving cars. Yes, self-driving cars would be a platform, in that whole new sub-industries would erupt around them, and yet one can't help but notice that every single one of those has fallen far short of optimistic predictions. What is going on? You may recall that the growth of PCs, the internet, and smartphones did not ever look wobbly or faltering. Here's a list of internet users over time, from 16 million in 1995 to 147 million in 1998. Here's a list of smartphone sales since 2009. Android went from sub 1 million units to over 80 million in just 3 years. That's what a major platform shift looks like. Let's compare each of the above, shall we? I don't think it's an unfair comparison. Each has had champions arguing it will, in fact, be that big, and even people with more measured expectations have predicted growth will at least follow the trajectory of smartphones or the internet, albeit maybe to a lesser peak. But in fact, AR/VR, way back in 2015 I spoke to a very well-known VC who confidently predicted a floor of 10 million devices per year well before the end of this decade. What did we get? 3.7M to 4.7M to 6M, 2017 through 2019, while Oculus keeps getting reorged. A 27% annual growth rate is okay, sure, but a consistent 27% growth rate is more than a little worrying for an alleged next big thing. It's a long way from 10 in 3 years. Many people also predicted that by the end of this decade Magic Leap would look like something other than an utter shambles. Velp. As for other AR/VR startups, their state is best described as sorry. Blockchains, I mean, Bitcoin's doing just fine, sure, and is easily the weirdest and most interesting thing to have happened to tech in the 2010s, but the entire rest of the space? I'm broadly a believer in cryptocurrencies, but if you were to have suggested in mid-2017 to a true believer that, by the end of 2019, enterprise blockchains would essentially be dead, decentralized app usage were. For more on this story, visit the news article link.